What's up, guys? How are we doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Today we're going to talk about the feds sting Martha's Vineyard and arrest illegals at Obama's otherwise vacant estate. So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is going to be a fun one. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. So this is coming from the article. It's coming from the Real Raw News, and I don't know if any of y'all have heard of that about that, but that's where it's coming from. The Real Raw News. The feds sting Martha's Vineyard, arrest illegals at Obama's otherwise vacant estate. And this is a few days old, so from time of this recording, this was on May 29th of 25 is when this article was wrote. So anyway, FBI and ICE agents Wednesday morning entered former President Barack Hussein Obama's multi-million-dollar mansion on Martha's Vineyard and arrest three illegal aliens, two housekeepers, and a groundskeeper. Real Raw News has learned. At Obama's house, huh? His vacant house. Federal agents swooped into the Vineyard, an island in the state of Massachusetts lying just south of Cape Cod, yesterday morning after DHS surveillance determined that many of the area's wealthy residents were employing and paying under the table illegals from Mexico, Ecuador, and Venezuela. According to an FBI source wishing to remain anonymous, DHS reconnaissance figured out that 35% of Vineyard's affluent homeowners had knowingly employed illegals, including criminals, to perform unskilled jobs, cooks, gardeners, maids, and paying them a pauper's wage in cash to avoid reporting payments to the Internal Revenue Service. So some of these rich guys up at Martha's Vineyards have been employing these people and paying them under the table. Go figure. The guys that obviously want them to in our country to, and Obama of all people, he was touting getting rid of them back when he was running for president. We got to get rid of them. We can't be doing that. They're stealing our jobs there. Anyway, federal agents, I already read that part. Okay. An unannounced raid caught residents by surprise, with many decrying the feds for randomly stopping vehicles and conducting door-to-door sweeps for illegals who should not be in the United States of America. The results proved immediately successful. They stopped 17 drivers who had no driver's licenses or proof of citizenship and spoke no English at all. Several admitted in Spanish that they had entered the U.S. illegally seeking employment. In all, our sources said, the operations netted and detained the detainment of 67 illegals. 67. All of whom were corralled onto Coast Guard ships headed for ICE detainment facilities across the country. Yeah, so they're not getting deported yet, lefties. They're just detained. They haven't been deported yet. They're just going to ICE facilities across the country. So any of you thinking that, they're not deported yet. They're taking them to detainment so that potentially get their due process that y'all think they deserve. They aren't all harmless, our sources said. We know 14 have gang affiliation, and 7, both men and women, are violent offenders. We methodically covered the island, including Obama's house. So of the 67, 14 of them they know are gang affiliated, and 7 of those are violent criminals, violent offenders. ICE and FBI agents approached a Hispanic male mowing Obama's lawn and asked him to provide proof of citizenship. The man, our sources said, claimed he had been in Obama's employ since January of 2021. 2 months after Obama and the now incarcerated Michael Robinson dropped $11.7 million on the luxury estate. As had many island legals, he identified himself as Jose Lopez from Mexico City and had no documents proving he was a U.S. citizen or had visa allowing him to work in the United States. He reportedly told the feds that Obama had been paying him $365 per month to mow the grass and trim the shrubbery. $365 a month. It's not very much. And I'm sure that's a pretty big old lawn, too. When the feds asked him to summon Obama to confirm his story, Lopez shockingly said he had only ever seen Barack once in January 2021, telling him that his monthly salary would be placed under a side doormat on the 5th of each month. Barack and Michelle never here, he told the feds in Spanish. I never see them. The girls do not see them either. By girls, he meant 2 female housekeepers who once each week collected mail, dusted the house, and kept the lights on so it appeared lived in. When the FBI ICE asked Lopez what day of the week the housekeepers were present, he replied, they are now inside, and admitted that they too had come into the U.S. illegally. The feds, our sources said, obtained a judicial warrant authorizing them to enter Obama's home to apprehend the illegals, both of whom they found dusting books in the library room. Lopez and the maids, our sources said, joined other illegals on the Coast Guard ships leaving the island. Asked if federal agents searched Obama's house for anything other than illegal aliens, he said, I don't know. I can't talk on that. We caught illegals. We got MS-13. Don't think Democrats who hired these thugs are off the hook. We'll get them and seize their lands. Maybe we'll tear down Obama's house and build an ICE facility here. Well, so all these people that have been coming in have been working for these Martha Vineyards people for next to nothing. What they've been griping about forever. And, you know, it's got to end. I mean, these guys are just coming in and these guys are hiring them on criminals, violent criminals. They're just putting them to work. Come on. And who knows who all else, but they're just saying they entered Obama's house. So, and who knows if anything's going to get done about this. It's not, you know, I mean, they're catching the illegals, but are they going to do anything about these people that are hiring them? Do you think Obama's going to get in trouble for this? Do you think some of these other elite people that live up there are going to get, I don't know. Hopefully there's something, but I mean, they're working. You can tell they're doing something. They're trying, they're getting stuff done, but we need to start holding people accountable, and not just the illegals that are in here that need to be deported. We need to hold the people that are actually putting them up, that are hiding them, helping them, trying to get them out of trouble. We need to hold all these people accountable, because it's not going to stop if we don't. You know, if we just deport the illegals, they'll just bring more illegals in and hire them. You know, especially if Dems ever take control again, they'll just open up the border, allow them in, and we'll be right back to where we were. If we start holding some of these people actually accountable, I think we need to make an example out of these people, not the illegals. You know, the gang members, the violence. Just get them out. Just put them on the boat, send them out. The all the others, the ones that aren't violent and aren't are just here seeking work, trying to get their immunity or whatever. Okay, we'll go through due process. We'll put them in the line. We'll due process them. But the violent criminals, the gang members, just get them out. And then we need to hold the people accountable that are hiring these people, so that it doesn't so this keep doesn't keep going. It's like with drugs. You hire the little guy that's just dealing them, or you hire the guys that are doing the drugs. You're not accomplishing anything. You got to go after the higher ups, the ones that are actually creating this mess, the ones that are hiring them. Even if it means Obama, even if he needs to get prosecuted and go to court and potential jail. I don't care. Just because he's Obama doesn't mean he's immune from the law. He needs to, we need to hold these people accountable, and we need to make examples out of them. We need to show them that we mean business. This isn't going to fly. We mean business, and we're not going to put up with it anymore. Anyway, like I said, they're working. They're getting some stuff done. May not be everything we want. May not be as fast as we want. Trump was touting day one, and he's been, all over the news talking about stuff, and it's some of it's not getting done. Who knows? Hopefully some of it does, but who knows? Some of it we may never get. Some of the stuff we've been fighting for, like the Epstein files, and some of that type of stuff, the 9/11 and all. We may never hear about that. We may never find out, but which is unfortunate, especially for the Epstein stuff, because I'm sure the victims want their justice, but who knows? There's probably way too many elites on that list to have it ever be taken care of. And I don't even care if, I personally don't care about knowing who's on the list. Let's just start making some arrests and start, we're locking these people up finally. We're finally getting to it. If you don't want to announce names, I'd like to expose them of what they did so that the whole world knows who was involved, but I just want some action done. No more talking. Let's get some action done, Trump. I support you, but I need more action. I mean, you're working, you're doing some stuff, and I know that a lot of it's pushed back from these stupid judges that think they're above you, but it is what it is. But anyway, they're doing stuff. They're getting more. They're Obama's house. What does that tell you? And if y'all are mad that they're singling out Obama, why'd they raid his house? Well, they raided Trump's house over papers. And they put a hit on him when, not necessarily a hit, but the FBI agent or the FBI leader or whoever said or Biden or somebody said, if needed, if Trump puts up a fight, you have permission to shoot. That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard, that, when they raided his Mar-a-Lago house, if they said if he's there and puts up a fight, you have permission to take him out if you have to. I don't know what they meant by that. I have a feeling I know what they meant by that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But from what I understand, from what I remember, that's what was said. And maybe that was just some right-wing propaganda. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, they're getting them. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully some people are taken care of. We need to make an example out of these people. And we need to get rid of the violent criminals. Again, I'm not totally against immigration. I wouldn't even say I'm totally against the illegals that are here illegally. As long as they're not committing violent crimes, killing people, hurting people, raping people, bringing drugs over. If they're just here seeking a better life, better quality, better jobs, even if they're here illegally, I'm not against that necessarily. I'm not totally opposed to, even if they came here illegally, as long as they're doing good for the community and not out there violently committing violent crimes and hurting people. Those are the ones that they got to go immediately. You catch them, get them out. Catch them, get them out. Not catch and release like the Dems were doing for the past 4 years. Catch and release. But the other ones, the ones that are here even illegally, that are just really legit trying to make their life better, those I don't care. They can be here all they want because they're actually helping the communities and helping the economy because they're putting money back into the communities and into the they're making money. Yeah, they're taking jobs. Yeah, they're putting money back into it. They're buying stuff. They're doing that sort of thing. As long as they're not getting the free handouts, the freebies, the stuff that are stepping over the American citizens, like Medicaid. Like that's one of the big deals with the left and their Medicaid. Oh, they're stealing your Medicaid. They're taking Medicaid. They're not taking Medicaid. They're not cutting Medicaid. They're only cutting it from those that don't need it, from the illegals that get it above the ones that actually do need it, or the ones that can work and refuse to they because they'll lose their benefits if they work or whatever. So it's like those are the ones that are losing it, not the ones that really actually need it. They're not cutting it from those people. They're only cutting it from those that don't need it. And if you want to throw a big fit about that, that's the states. The feds give them the money. The states misuse it. It's not. So they're just cutting it. We're only going to give you this much. Make sure it goes to the right people. Make sure the right people get it. We're not here to cater to those that are here illegally. But anyway, starting to ramble. I do that. Appreciate you. Links below to support the channel if you feel like it. There's some donation links if you feel like it. There's also links to my other channels if you want to check those out. If nothing else, just do the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, share. You know the drill. You've been doing this long enough. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. We'll see you in the next one.